Here today with Chris Hansen, RevOps over at the Powerful Man, who saw a 30% lift to his show up rates after integrating Sendblue, and he has the stats to prove it. Chris, thanks for hanging out with me today.
Yeah, 100%, Sam. Thanks for having me.
Walk us through what's going on in this sheet in front of us.
Yeah, so this is our week to week front end data collection sheet. So this is just kind of where everything lives from a sales perspective, so I can dig in and make decisions. Coming into 2025, one of the biggest gaps that we needed to overcome was our show up rate on calls booked directly through ads. So we had a great show up rate with our setters, but ads was at 49% collectively for 2024. So I was tasked with figuring that out. We tested the idea of, hey, maybe we message these guys from iPhones. And as you can see on the sheet here, we started that in February and we got a significant bump from 55% up to 78%, which was great. So we knew that it was working and it was working consistently. The next challenge became bandwidth and having somebody actually, paying somebody to manage that process of messaging guys manually on an iPhone. That's where Sendblue came in. I was able to get integrated with Sendblue, automate this entire process. And at this point, what I can say for May of this year is we at a 100% show up rate. I know it doesn't indicate it right here on the sheet simply because those numbers are backlogged a bit, but we're at 100% show up rate on all of our calls through ads in the month of May. We're 9 days in.
Incredible. People watching right now should be clapping. But I do see 45% column N, March 10th. What happened?
Yeah, so we're actually two instances where this happened. The way that we have Sendblue integrated, we use HubSpot sequences that bump out into sending Sendblue messages. I had two issues. One, I went on vacation, and the day that I left for vacation, the operations team had an issue with the automation and it broke. So I came back from vacation expecting to see really nice show up rates and realized that all of my automated message had not gone out. And we dropped from 70% show up rate the week before down to 45% without Sendblue. So I mean, it was pretty obvious at that point what was working. We had a similar issue later in March with just some changes we were making in our workflows, and we had to turn Sendblue off for a little bit.
I didn't say it. Chris did. Thanks for sharing. You can stop sharing your screen here. I'd love to ask you some more questions about this. Because you do RevOps, obsess over this stuff, how important the copy that you write is to this show up process. What were you doing before Sendblue with the green bubble? And then what are you doing now with the blue bubble?
Yeah, before Sendblue, we had actually similar copy that we were using. The needle mover for us is that our founder and CEO, we have a video that gets sent directly to everybody that books a call. Really just sharing with him how important it is to show up to this call and respect the closer's time and to communicate with us if for any reason they can't make that call. So we're sending a video directly from him. It's about 45 seconds long. And that seems to be the piece that really moves the needle.
How many sales reps do you guys have working in this system?
Six closers.
Six closers. What's their feedback about using Sendblue? How
Yeah.
is how is their relationship with their sales process changed now that they have Sendblue?
Yeah, so they get an indication on all of their calendar invites whether somebody has confirmed, right? Hey, this person confirmed that they are going to show up to this call. 98% of the time, that person shows up. I had one person that say they were going to be there and just ghosted. So, I mean, it changes everything. So, as a closer, hopping on a call and not knowing if somebody's actually going to be there can completely wreck, their entire day, right? So for them to be able to just look at a calendar and go with 98%, I'm 98% assured the person that's on my calendar is actually going to show up to this call. I mean, it's a complete game changer for them managing energy, managing their day. And, closers aren't easy to please. So anything you can do to make them smile is good.
They're not easy to please. And it's really nice when they get to send voice messages or videos in their follow-up process as well. That's what my team loves the most. You guys had this issue of the show up rate, you said coming into this year. Why didn't you just decide, hey, let's go take this money that we might spend on Sendblue and just go spend it on more ads, top of funnel? Why don't I just get more leads?
Well, I mean, you got to look at the levers that you can pull along the entire path of the funnel. And if you have a very inexpensive lever that you can pull to get a 30% increase somewhere in your funnel. Like that's a no-brainer. It doesn't matter how much money you spend up top if, half of the people that you're bringing through the funnel aren't showing, you're throwing half your money away.
What would you say to someone then that's facing that same decision right now, might be watching, they're sitting on the fence about signing up for Sendblue?
Oh, I mean, if you're trying to impact your show up rate and you need to solve that problem, to me, it's a no-brainer. It's been a really simple process. Integrating was simple. Working with the team, asking questions, the support has been fantastic. I've been nothing but impressed through the entire process. I would say just pull the trigger. I mean, based on my experience with it, I would do it 100 times over, no question.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Chris, for your time today. If you're still watching this right now, you want blue bubbles in your business, you want blue bubbles in your HubSpot account, there should be a link somewhere around this video to click and sign up. Chris, this is going to be your time. People watching right now, they're like, I like Chris. Or I like the powerful man. How do I get in touch with them? What do they do?
Yeah, powerful man. We make sure that men are aligned in their marriage and that their families are aligned with what their vision is, right? So we help men. Powerful man, easy to find. Just Google, you'll find us.
The powerful man. Thank you so much, Chris. Bye.
Thanks, brother. Bye.